on the building. It's a true foundation. I'm holding up the blood. I'm working on the building. It's a true foundation. I'm holding up the blood. I'm working on the building. It's a true foundation. I'm holding up the
right? And sometimes we have that check in with ourselves and do that self check in and be like, man, did I know this was going to happen? Was this an impulse?
Yep.
Do I have a proclivity to just making impulsive decisions?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right? Or was this desire? Right? Did I see her and she was bad and I know I got a good lady at the house, but I have to have it because I have to be a conqueror and my boys is here and it was like, yo, I bet you can't get her. I bet you can't get her.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I can get her. I don't even want her, but I'm gonna go bag it just to show these dudes that I can. And then you be like, you know what? She was actually really cool. And now you're giving yourselves reasons to be like, yo, she's really sweet and I like her. And the conversation just flows so quick.
Oh, man.
Sure did.
Getting off point.
I bet it did.
You know,
Those are the best conversations. The ones you ain't supposed to have.
supposed to be having. Right. Like getting back to like the questions, right? Because I know we can go off on a tangent on that one.
No, but I had a question off of that.
Yeah,
like,
go
of what both of y'all said. Like I was
go
going to
ahead.
say, what do you do when you realize that you said a proclivity? Like, what do you do when you realize you have like an affinity for bad choices?
Yeah. Bro, and we all know those people, bro.
Yeah, and that's
Like, there's some people that just they gravitate to the bad,
man.
Like gravitate.
I'm like, bro, you can't I know those people. Man, so repeat that question again.
I was just what do you do when you
have
like,
a proclivity for bad choices?
Yeah, or like, I mean, because I can if I'm being honest, I ain't gonna be too transparent.
Yeah.
But I can look back at some things and be like, yo, I'm the common denominator.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like there might be something I like that's in an area that I'm not supposed to like.
Yeah.
So I mean, the
At least you're
Bible.
accountable. You realize that some
kinda.
people. No, but I'm saying even saying I'm the common denominator. That's some form of accountability.
Sure,
Right.
sure.
So that's
people-
recognizing
At least starting with self-awareness.
Right.
We have to
Right.
be a little bit self-aware.
Yeah, but some people
That's me
don't
getting from
even
step 9 to 7.
See
Listen,
that.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. My
Still
thing,
on the bad
That's
road.
a tough.
that's
a tough
okay.
question.
So my thing about it is, I think the Bible talks about having wise counsel. I think it's important to have people around you that are going to hold you accountable. Like T-Dub talked about, having accountability partners. Somebody's going to be like, yo, like, all right, cool. I know what you thinking. Because like everybody got that people in their group. Like you got that one dude that's just like he's the one that's their heads on straight. Like in the group, like, all right, cool. You got the one that's kind of loose cannon. You got the one just cracking jokes, and then you got the one with their heads on straight. Like everybody knows who that one is, and I think the big thing you can do is to try to listen to that voice, the voice of reason.
Yo, it's good. Yo, get good friends.
Yes,
Because when you have bad friends,
absolutely.
and I'm not calling nobody an enabler or nothing.
Right.
When you have bad friends, like truly and deep down inside the back of your mind, you know, like they're not about much. When they try to check you, you get defensive and you instantly be like, man, but you.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Like, cause you could just pick their flaws to deflect the conversation off of the bad thing they're trying to stop you from doing. They could be right.
Yeah.
But you're like, bro, like, well, what you be doing, there's no way you could tell me what I'm about to do is not okay.
Yeah.
So I'll tell.
So get good friends.
Yes.
So you can allow them to check you.
Yes, but the other
It's
thing
still
is
tough because it's usually that person that continually make bad choices. Don't be listening, man.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
That's tough.
So
but at least you hearing, right?
Right.
If you choose not to listen, that's on you. But it's tough because what happens is when those people usually end up cutting you off.
It'd be like that.
Cause
That's true.
there's
I'll give you
people
that.
I'm like, bro, I'm to the point where I can't help you no more, and I really don't even want you in my life no more.
Lots of friendships have ended over the truth.
That leads towards good decision making.
Good decision making. You know what I mean? Like, I love you, but I really just don't want to associate with you anymore, and that's hard, man.
But that's just the truth of the matter. Like, it's all right. We may not be bad, but we're bad for each other type stuff. Like, so, all right, cool. I gotta sever this arm to save the rest of my body, which is biblical.
Yeah.
And that's tough. And it's like, I can love you from a distance. Like, I don't gotta be in your space type stuff. Like, I could still want what's best for you. But I think what has to happen is it's a tough pill to swallow. But pause. But you gotta be able to hear criticism, whether they're right or whether they're wrong. So like. My grandparents used to say, "Eat the fish, spit out the bones." Like sometimes, like God can use anybody He wants to correct you.
Yeah,
it could be a child, it could be somebody who you feel like has no right to say what you want to, what they're saying and stuff like that. And I hear what you're saying, but the truth of the matter is, a broken clock is right twice out of the day.
That's important, bro, because at the end of the day, a lot of people will question the messenger.
Right.
Like and it's like, yo, like that'd be a good thing.
But
like, don't shoot the messenger.
Yeah,
would be a good, like, you know what I mean, like a good thing to say to the people. Just because if people believe what they believe, like faith wise, it's like, yo, like that's not them talking.
Right.
Yep.
It's just passing through them.
So I mean, some of the realest advice I got from my grandfather, who didn't know I was on the phone. So I was on. My grandfather called. He asked me to do something. This is before I was saved and doing my stuff. So he called. He asked me to do something. I said, okay, I'm gonna be on my way. He went to hang up. I'm not the type of person to hang up first. I always wait. He was on the other line. He clicked over. He made it a 3-way call. So then he started talking about me, but I can hear him because I'm still on the phone. Right. So I can hear him because I'm still on the phone, and like he's just saying stuff. And I was mad at first. I listened to a couple minutes, then I hung up, and I was mad because I'm like, I know he ain't like, how you gonna talk about me like that? This out of the Bible. Like, I'm mad at first, and then after a while, I started to think about it, because like if I call him at 2:00 in the morning, he gets up, he comes and gets me. Like if I tell him I'm hungry, he goes to get me something to eat. Like I had to realize that, all right, cool. Even though I didn't like the information that he said, I had to sit back and wonder, was it true?
That's tough.
Was it true? And the truth of the matter was, it was.
Fly on the wall.
That is tough.
And that's honestly the beginning step of how you like move forward after making bad choices, right? And I don't know the circumstances of that situation, but being able to hear it and fully own it, right? Being able to take the time to process it and say, who is this person to me, right?
Exactly.
Like they are someone that I value, and if they have this opinion of me, why do they have this opinion of me? And being able to self-process and say, wow, there's some things that I need to improve, because I never want someone that I love and that I value to ever speak to me like this again. Right. Does he have course to speak this way, and is it valid, right? Because two things could be true, right? He could be telling the truth, and the truth can make you mad.
Yep.
Right, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Got a couple comments. Ember said, bad company corrupts good character.
That's the word.
KJ, your mom and your aunt said hello. But it made me think about your situation. And it, to me, it still ties back to the emotional aspect. You move emotion to the side.
Right.
Right? And you was you move emotion to the side and was trying to be logical about the situation.
Right.
But imagine if you kept emotion in it.
I would have never got there.
Right.
I would have never got there.
So then, you know, you made a conscious decision to be like, you know what? I can't let my feelings. What is he saying that's true? You know what I mean? And I think that's something that we all have to analyze in any conflict that we have, or if anything says, we hear people saying, what part of it? Let's self-analyze. Okay, they did say this. I don't like what they said, but where are the facts in this? You know what I mean?
Or is there any facts?
Or is there any?
Is any of this true? Like, the Bible talks about the salt, us being the salt of the world, and where is the salt if it's lost its savor? Like, the salt has a job to do. Salt is salty. If you put salt on food, it's going to taste like salt.
Yeah.
And sometimes you want that salt, and sometimes you don't want that salt. Too much salt could be bad for you. not enough salt could be bad for you.
Yep.
Like all of it's within moderation.
Yeah.
So like because you have to understand that the truth is a part of that. And sometimes the truth is going to be salty. You know, these fries is mad salty. Right.
And then sometimes it's the intention of what you're trying to do with it, right?
Right.
If I'm trying to season something, salt could be used sparingly. It could be used, you know what I'm saying, with grace. But if I'm trying to preserve meat over a long of time, if I don't put enough, it's going to go bad, right? So the intention of why I'm using it, salt could be used as a preservative to prolong it, right? So I'm going to need more salt in that case than I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying, season a steak for a current meal. You know what I mean? So understanding why I'm using it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people have to cut through the noise. Right? I may have to say something that cuts you deep in order to heal you. Right? A surgeon uses a sharp blade, but if he uses it tactfully, it can save your life.
Absolutely.
It made me think about now that we talking about bad choices and stuff like this, and only because I'm really focused on my health right now, it made me think about my diet. Everything I eat is with a choice and intention. Where before I just ate to stop a hunger.
Alive, right.
I don't care if I was eating McDonald's. Wherever I was driving, I'm hungry. Okay, this is whatever my flesh craved. That's what I was eating. But now it's like I'm choosing to eat for specific outcomes. You know what I mean?
Right.
Okay. Right.
So my decisions before, I would say, was my eating, was it a mistake or was it a bad choice? Or was it just unintentional? You know what I mean? Because, you know,
I think it was lack of intention.
It was
both.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, because like at some point, okay, you've been working on your fitness for how long now? Like I mean, majority of this year.
Yeah,
right?
like 8 months. Yep.
Okay, so cool. So like 4 months in, I guarantee like you were just like getting the swing of working out.
I was.
And they were telling you fitness stuff too, but you was still pulling over at McDonald's. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Right.
And then eventually you're like, you hit like a little plateau and you're like, yo, I'm really killing the workout. And they're like, yeah, man, like, but you know, like a large percentage of your progress is made in the kitchen. And you're like,
That was
you
a
like
trigger.
walking away when you
honestly,
hear
that's
something
what
like
I
that.
heard. And that's what was a trigger for me. Yep.
Right.
Yep, that was a trigger for me. When I heard they were like 90% is in the diet. You said it one time. I think when we first started, you was like 90% of it is in the diet. And then I'm like, okay, that's true. I know that. But then that's when I really like, hold on, I need to study this. You know what I mean?
Right.
And what works for my body. Once I did that, it was like everything changed. Or like it was a trigger and everything started seeing the results I wanted to see. You know what I mean?
That's how I started to get results because, you know, being a former athlete, working out wasn't something that was foreign to me. That was like the easy part. But I always struggled with the nutrition because that was a difficult thing that I never really wanted to put the time or energy and intention into. So I said, if I'm going to do it this time, I need to do it right. So let me put my intention into the nutrition component of it. And I started to roll off weight early on, you know what I'm saying, with being intentional about what I was putting in my body. Right. You know what I'm saying? So when it came down to the training and doing the physical stuff, that came a little bit easier. You know, we have different challenges. I'm in a different space now, so I have a different set of challenges currently. You know what I'm saying? But that definitely got
home cooked.
Man, the holidays are tough, bro. But I digress. I get off that.
But even that, right? Even with the holidays, I had intention on how I was going to handle Thanksgiving.
I did too. I had a strategy.
It
was thought out.
Yeah. I was like,
how'd you do?
For sure.
So I did good. I actually did good. My goal was to, like, I use ChatGPT for everything, and it ain't no secret. I use it a lot for my meal preps and all of that stuff.
Okay.
So I'm like, and I weigh my macros every day. You know what I mean? Make sure I'm hitting my proteins and stuff. They're like, listen, this is how you do it. Your first plate, fill up with mad proteins.
Okay.
So just proteins. You know what I mean? And then have one plate of carbs after. So all your stuffing and all of that. After that, bro, I was good for the day. I was good. You know what I mean? And then I had like 3 slices of Sakatumi cake. Did have that. I did have that, but I feel I didn't go overboard like normally eating it just because it's there. You know what I mean? But I had intention, and I still, even though I still enjoyed myself, there's
different.
There's ways we can still, and people think you have to forsake everything. You don't. It's just doing things the correct way in moderation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it.
And that was my strategy this holiday season, was to use moderation, right? So I have plethora of things that I enjoy, and it's everybody's fan favorite. Like everybody brought the thing that they was good at, and I was like, oh man,
gotta get this, gotta get that,
this
gotta
is
get
everything, right? But what I did was I'm going to have one scoop of everything, right?
Okay.
Not a massive scoop, one decent, you know what I'm saying, serving portion, right? But I'm not getting 5 scoops of rice. Now I'm gonna get one, boom. But I'm also gonna get 1 scoop of stuff, right? And then when I was done, the plate was loaded. It was, you know what I'm saying? And it was full, and I was completely satisfied. But another thing that I did was I intentionally ate slow.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like, yo, the yams was busting this year. I made the yams.
Bro, that's
you know what I'm saying? But
no, that's good.
I did it slow, right? Like I wanted to be like, yo, okay, I want to make sure.
Like
yo, I want to taste the nutmeg. Can I taste the vanilla? Can I taste the cinnamon? Right. And when I got all those flavor profiles, I'm like, okay, now I'm hit the mac and cheese. Oh, the mac and cheese was slamming this year. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm gonna enjoy that. And every bite that I took, you know what I'm saying,
was
when it got to the cranberry sauce, you know what I'm saying? Right. Because it doesn't give your mind and your stomach the time
you don't taste it to the third
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Absolutely.
That makes a lot of sense.
So by the time I got through it all, you know what I'm saying? By the time I finished my first plate, I was like, yo, I'm good. Yo, you ain't getting no. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Drank too much sweet tea.
Yep.
Definitely overindulged. Hey. In the sweets, like the cookies and the pies. So listen, I was going in because I knew I was gonna have to get back. And even when I got back, I'm still on the struggle bus. I'm still on the struggle bus right now.
It's like for me, and I ate as much as I wanted to, but the next day was back to normal business.
I got you.
And then because I hosted, I'm like, don't leave nothing here.
No leftovers.
Right.
Yeah, I said, that was smart.
I said they were making plates. I said, what y'all making plates for? Take pans. I said, take pans. I don't want nothing. And they were doing it with no problem.
No problem.
I'm like, take
it. Take all of it.
I don't want because I don't want to be able
to double back. The temptation. It was supposed to be a day. It wasn't supposed to be a day with some leftovers.
Bad choices. So now if it's there, I'm eating it. But I did leave one dish. My cousin, she made a pan of jerk chicken. I said, leave that, though.
I'd be able to prep that.
Yeah, because I use that for meal prepping. I said, you can probably prep it. I said, y'all can leave the jerk chicken, but y'all get everything else out. But I was, just.
But I like what you said. I like what you said because it shows your intentionality. From learning from your mistakes.
Yeah.
Because you said that you understood that if you had the opportunity to double back that you would. So you said take everything.
Yeah.
Take everything first so I don't have the opportunity. I think
goes back to your point about the environmental thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't go places you're not supposed to go. Don't set yourself up to fail.
Right.
Yeah.
Just understanding like, all right, cool. I struggle in this area. This is a mistake that I constantly make, or this is a proclivity I have.
Yep.
That's one of our that's one of the things I would say. Foresight is important.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
like,
good.
like, and like I hate to say, I always use the analogy of like a meteorologist. I'm like, yo, basically all they do is research what happened on this day in the past.
Yep.
To predict the future. Yeah. So it's like, okay, if you keep getting faced with snow on this day,
there's a likelihood
it's probably gonna snow again.
It might snow again. Right.
So like, the smart thing would be to have a shovel, right?
Prepare for it.
A little bit of salt.
Right. Get everything
be ready.
Yep.
Yeah. Before we get ready to close out, we want to jump back in the chat, see if there's any other.
No, we didn't have
concerns?
we didn't have any more comments. No more comments.
Thanks to everybody that did comment.
Yes. Thank you guys.
Appreciate y'all rocking with us for sure. I enjoyed the conversation, man. So mistakes and bad choices. So when we talk about like moving forward, so just a couple notes I had about like moving forward after mistakes, acknowledge it, learn from it, and put a system in place, right? Those are things that you can do to alleviate mistakes. Bad choices, own it fully, apologize without excuses. You know what I mean? That's a big one. When you're apologizing, nobody wants to hear a whole bunch of nonsense and malarkey.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Just be sincere. And if you don't want to do it, then don't do it, because people can read your energy and feel it. Like I respect people who stand on business. Like if you're not about like giving the apology and all of that sort of stuff, then just don't do it, because if it comes off as fake, as insincere, I don't really want it anyway. You know what I'm saying? identify the root of the issue. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to making bad choices, do I make emotional choices? Am I led by temptation? Is it peer pressure? Is it my environment? All of those social things. Set boundaries for accountability when it comes to making bad choices. These are some things that I have, and I'm gonna make these my core thoughts and beliefs, and I won't do this just because this is the kind of person that I want to be moving forward. You know what I mean? Yeah. And touching on something biblical, repentance, like asking for genuine repentance and forgiveness, and asking for forgiveness, not because you want to be forgiven for what you're doing, but because you genuinely want to change, right? Change of actions after repentance is so key.
Yep.
That's what I was going to tag. Repentance is not just asking for forgiveness; it's changing what you do after.
Yeah.
So it's not just I'm sorry. It's I'm sorry, and now I'm going to change the behavior.
Yes. That's the apologies, change behavior.
Yep.
So just stuff.
Yeah. And then moving forward, also just kind of understand, like, we're all human beings. Like, we're going to make mistakes and we're also going to make bad choices, right?
Absolutely.
Like, but what's the intention on how we handle those, right?
Yes.
Like, what do we do next? God's grace covers our mistakes, as Cordell was saying, right? So we don't have to beat ourselves up. We serve a God who understands grace. He's a lover and he's a forgiver, right? Absolutely. So sometimes we can just lay down our burdens on him, right? We don't always have to have all the answers. I may not know how to stop making bad choices, but if I can acknowledge it and give it to him and say, Lord, you know, I make bad choices, but I don't want to continue to make bad choices.
Yep.
Right.
What can I do? What verse can you lead me to? What people can you lead me to? What people can you remove from my life that will keep me away from making some of these bad choices until I'm strong enough to do it on my own, and knowing he's always going to be there with us, you know?
Sure.
So those are some of the just something that I want to leave to kind of encourage you guys after that conversation. Any last comments from the crew?
No, only thing I would say is look out for us. We will be live once a month. So look out for us. All right. We're going to be live and we're going to post it. So share it, like, and subscribe, please.
Next live date will be January 5th.
All
New
right.
year. Let's get it.
Absolutely. And as we always say on this pod, keep building. Love y'all.
I'm working on the building. Yes,